Welcome back to part 2 of the Telepathy training series. If you joined us for part 1, you know we laid the groundwork by focusing on mental stabilization and attention control. Today, we're diving deeper into the core skills needed for telepathy.
Absolutely. It's exciting to move beyond just preparation. In this session, we'll be honing in on mental signal formation, directed attention, and controlled mental imagery. These are essential skills for effective telepathic communication.
Right, and it's fascinating to think about telepathy from a scientific perspective. Essentially, it's a disciplined form of generating internal signals while maintaining a focused attention. What's your take on how cognitive science is shaping our understanding of this?
I think it's crucial. The research shows that attention, imagery, and intention play significant roles in how we perceive and process information. It's going to be interesting to see how we can train these components effectively today.
Before we jump into the exercises, let's remind our listeners to create a quiet environment. Find a comfortable seat, sit upright, and get ready for focused mental training, not relaxation.
Exactly. Let's start by bringing awareness to our breathing. Just observe it for a few moments. This will help anchor your focus and quiet any mental noise.
And now, gently shift your focus inward. Notice your thoughts, but don't engage with them. The aim here is to reduce unnecessary reactions, not to stop thinking entirely.
Once you feel stable, we're ready to explore our first core skill, mental signal formation. Mental signals are structured internal representations, very much linked to mental imagery.
Right, clarity is key here. Choose a simple mental image, like a circle or a point of light. Avoid anything too complex or charged with emotion.
Hold that image in your mind. Observe its qualities. If it fades, don't get frustrated. Just bring it back. This practice is about training your mental consistency.
Now let's add intention. Remember, intention is about direction, not force. Silently acknowledge that this image represents a signal, but you're not sending it out yet.
Exactly. Spend a few moments maintaining this image with minimal effort. If distracting thoughts arise, just let them pass and return to your image.
This part really strengthens the neural pathways for sustained attention and visualization. Neuroscience shows that repeated mental imagery activates brain regions similar to actual perception.
Once the image feels stable, we move to directed attention. This is about choosing where you focus your awareness and keeping it there.
Think of your awareness as a spotlight. Direct that spotlight towards your mental image. Notice how clarity improves when your attention is fully applied.
And remember, no straining. Strain reduces precision. The goal is a steady, calm focus.
Now let's combine signal and direction. Affirm silently that the image you're holding is intentional and meaningful. This is structured mental training, not something mystical.
Some of you might notice subtle sensations, pressure in the head, warmth, or clarity. These are normal. If you feel nothing, that's okay too. Progress comes from stability and clarity, not sensation.
Now, gently imagine that image extending just beyond your internal awareness. It's a symbolic exercise for future projection luck.
That's right. For now, just focus on the act of extension, not on distance or specific targets. We'll cover that in part 3.
After holding that state briefly, allow the image to dissolve and take a moment to rest your attention. Notice your breathing again to prevent mental fatigue.
What you practice today is the controlled generation and direction of mental content. These skills are essential not only for telepathy, but also for advanced focus and awareness.
Consistency is key. Practicing this session once a day is sufficient. Remember, overtraining can actually reduce effectiveness.
In our next session, we'll introduce structured mental projection and receptive awareness. This will focus on sending and receiving exercises within a disciplined framework.
Until then, revisit this session with patience and curiosity. Thank you for joining us on this training journey.